Hi, parents of Virgo children. This is your reading for December. Thank you for watching Parental Guidance, the first and only show on YouTube dedicated to creating for you intuitive insights so that you can better connect with your child on a monthly basis. This is an interesting read, and I'm just going to spit it out because I think it will make more sense for you than it does for me. I think it's better that I don't try to pretend like I know everything or try to give you a complete interpretation. I think it's just better for me to sometimes say what the cards are saying and, let it make sense for you, because I almost feel like that's what is happening right now. So your child has the totem card in reverse. Here's the picture. Actually, it looks kind of scary. But this is what it looks like in the upright. Not that that helps it to look any better, but at least you can see different animals like a bear, a bird, all that stuff. It speaks of guardianship, almost like a kinship. And you can read that. But the fact that it's in reverse, it almost feels like your Virgo child is going it alone, where they are not about their kin, or they're not looking for a sense of collectiveness. But it's almost as if they are isolated and they're kind of doing their own thing. I don't feel a sense of connectedness. I just feel, instead of guardianship, protection, I almost feel like they're reserved or internalizing or, doing their own thing. Now, their overall energy, they're definitely, I get the sense of intuition. They are hearing clearly, and I feel almost that they are very observant this month for their own reasons. They are taking, looking into what is being said and hearing clearly, having a spiritual awareness, and I think that will serve them. I don't know if they're going to have dense energies that they have to sift through, but their ability to hear clearly will help them, and so it's a skill that they will use this month. Their challenge, they have unconditional love, peace, and joy. So I'm not sure if they're having to practice unconditional love. They may be stingy with love or giving. They may be it's almost like the Grinch, or very selfish, like not wanting to share, perhaps. Perhaps there's some judgments. Because I'm not getting, oh, well, you're in abundant. If this is a challenge, I'm not seeing that. It's not, because it's not like their challenge is to Perhaps it could be either way. But I'm getting the sense that their challenge may be practicing giving. Their emotion is that they are either accepting or being pushed into acceptance, not negatively, but I almost feel like it's a compelling thing to accept. Maybe they are, their challenge also is, accepting that unconditional love is the way, something of that nature. But I also have a sense that their goal is not to believe that they are smart, but to remember that they have everything inside of them It's like this message makes sense, but it's not connected enough for me where I get it. It just feels like a lot of singular messages that make sense for someone. But it's like they have everything that they need. Now, in the first week of December, they have the yin in reverse. And I get, it's like something is stuck. They are cut off from something. They, almost as if, they don't want to let people in. And maybe that's why I'm having a difficulty getting like a clear reading, where it's like they're just kind of like cut off. Emotionally, they don't want to be bothered. They're withdrawn, perhaps. And I don't know who this message is for. It's just a very choppy message. It's like nothing is really connected, but all of this is supposed to make sense for someone. But in this first week, they may have a difficulty receiving. They may want to be in the lead, and they have to be one that gives instead of being in charge. In the latter part, or maybe in the second week of the month, they have the going the distance card in reverse. And it may be as if they feel lost or wandering. Doing it their own way and not getting a result that they're wanting. I just get a rock. I just get something that's stuck, that is emotionally immovable or unmovable. I just feel like they don't want to move. They don't want to do anything. They just want to watch. They just want to watch and observe and receive what they want, but not do anything for anybody else. And it's not like in a mean, nasty way, but it's about them this month. Like, what can they get? What can they gain? What can they receive through passive observation, just by observing but not having to participate almost. Maybe they have been watching to build something, like they have been just observing people so that they can have everything that they need to move forward with whatever mental project that they were working on, because they have building blocks for the third part. And it speaks to strong foundations, beautiful work in progress. So it's like everything comes into alignment in that third week. But by the fourth week, it's almost as if there's like a roadblock, or, some procrastination or something that gets in the way of, what they were building. Maybe they got what they needed, and then there's a level of self-sabotage. But it feels very cut off, very stuck and stagnant, a rock. I don't want to move. You can't move me. I'm just not going to do anything. I do not know what that is, but it just feels very shielded. It feels very sheltered, like very self-protective, very about my own. It just feels it feels like a rock. Like there is no movement this month. I'm watching, I'm in it for myself. I'm not doing anything. And it's not sadness, so it's not like a level of apathy. It's partial stubbornness, but it's not like fighting something. It's just nonchalant, like, nope, I'm not gonna move. Like, it's just, It's a very passive energy. Immovable, watching, actively watching and observing and hearing, being actively, engaged with their eyes as far as what's going on. But for whoever this is for in the body, this person does not want to participate externally. Like, it just feels very stuck. It feels very inactive. And it's very interesting. So please let me know in the comments section how this resonates with you. But it feels very stagnant. And I'm just curious, like, who is this for? They have health card change as their transition. I don't like to speak those things, so I don't know if this is maybe like a cold or a sickness or a change in energy level. But, a healthcare change of some sort. Maybe it's a lack of sleep. They have the first step card as the solution in the reverse. And it speaks to breaking down this problem into tiny pieces makes it easier to take the first step. There is no first step. This child is not moving. This child is not doing anything. They are just observing. There is no action. How you can help them, you have the anticipation in reverse. And whoever this is for, it's just like there is no anticipation. There is no waiting for them to do something. It says, expect the best. The world is working in your favor. There is no movement. I have no idea. It's like this reading baffles me. There is like mental, like action stimulation, movement, but there is no physical. It's like I am observing you, I am watching, but I'm not doing anything. I'm collecting information, but I'm not moving. And for me, being a parent, this would frustrate me. Like, no participation. So, for you this month, you have the nurturing card in reverse. You may be about yourself this month, and not in a selfish way, but you are taking some time out for your self-care. And I don't know, maybe there is some kind of like resistance between you and the child where you are pulling away from them. Cuz this is not the nurturing. It's like not connected. Like you are focused on yourself. And not in a mean way, but there's just distance there. There is not that nurturing connection. You also have the I am brilliant card in reverse. And it says, every day I am brilliant, I shine. You're doing things for other people in the upright, and you're like, I'm not doing anything for anybody. I am just, nope, all that brilliance I'm keeping to myself. So please let me know in the comment section, because, the message is obvious. It's I want to say it's not clear to me, like what everything means. I almost want to say it's like there is a hidden agenda perhaps with some Virgo children, where there's some spite, perhaps, where they're purposely not moving, they're purposely not taking a first step. There's levels of self-sabotage by not including people and doing things on their own. It could be affecting their health, especially, if they are withholding, they're not taking the first step. It feels like a lot of angst, and, in some cases it can be interpreted as spite or negativity. I don't know. So, let me know what this means in the comment section, because it just feels very stagnant. I can hear, I can see, but I'm not motivated. Like it's not even motivation. It's just the choice not to, choosing not to do anything for whatever reason. It has a purpose behind it for them, perhaps, but there is no movement. There's action, there's thinking, but there is no movement. So let me know in the comments. I would appreciate it so much, and hopefully we'll have some more answers on how this journey will unfold in January. Have a great month.